The human whose name is written in this note shall die. My name is Misa Amane. My parents were killed by a terrible murderer. But then Kira punished the man who killed my family, and that is why I am a Kira worshipper. Not long after that, a Shinigami named Rem came to me and told me about how a Shinigami named Jealous had fallen in love with me and saved my life, therefore turning to dust. And that is how I came to possess a death note. All you have to do is write someone's name in it whilst picturing their face in your mind. Then they will die. But that was not enough. I made the deal for the Shinigami eyes. It gave me the power to see people's names, so that I could write them in the death note. And it was thanks to this that I met Light Yagami, the first Kira. He too had the power to kill with the stroke of a pen. There was only one thing that stood between light and victory, and that thing was L. The great detective L, the world's greatest mind. He was what stood in the way. Although one would be forgiven for forgetting that, he was slightly strange. But he sure could fight. I was captured and put in confinement, as was Light. We relinquished ownership of the death notes, and Rem gave one of them to a member of the Yotsuba group. When we were released, Light's father told us we were to be executed, and that he was going to kill Light and then himself. Turns out it was just L trying to get a confession out of it. L handcuffed himself to Light. He said it was for the good of the investigation, although I think he had other motives. Needless to say, I wasn't happy about having to share Light with L. I got myself into a tight situation with the Yotsuba group, who were killing off their competition. It was then that Rem appeared once more and told me that I was the second Kira. The man from the Yotsuba group was captured, and the police officers who touched the death note saw Rem. The detective had finally discovered the murder weapon. And then Light touched the death note. His memories of it returned. He was once again Kira. He killed the man from Yotsuba with a carefully concealed piece of death note within his watch. He set everything up in preparation for his victory with Ryuk and Rem. Light had left me a note telling me to remember L's real name, but I couldn't. My memory had failed me. So I made the Shinigami ideal once again, at the small cost of half my remaining lifespan. That night, L's fate was finally sealed. All Light had to do was sit back and watch his plan unfold, and watch Rem do his dirty work. Poor Watari was the first one to fall. L had lost. And conversely, Light had won. L died. Light claimed his victory. There was nothing left to stand in his way. There was nothing left to stand in the way of the god of the new world. Unfortunately, things did not stay that way for very long. Just around the corner, looming out of the darkness, there came a new threat to the god of the new world. Please join me next time to find out what looms ahead for Light in the second part of the Death Note series. This has been a Renkinjutsu Alchemist presentation. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I do not own Death Notes or any of the characters, etc., etc.